Well, if I'm only allowed to drink for an hour, then we better kick this pig and get after it. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It is the fastest 1 hour in live stream. I don't know. What is the new thing? We are small talk live streaming at its finest. Going to start it off with a drink to my fine fellow friends. Oh, good Lord, the sweet nectar of the gods never disappoints. Oh, so I got things to say. Now I'm just setting around, and I got things to say. First of all, GenXMom is not around right now. Well, she's over there. She's in her. You're in your jammies. You're eating a chocolate ice cream. Okay, how sick can you be if you're eating? You're not. I swear to Christ Almighty, I just looked over and she's got a Nestle Crunch Bar looking thing, chocolate on a stick. You're sick. You're in your jammies. You've been sick all day and you're eating ice cream.
My mom told me ice cream cures everything.
Oh, bullshit. Bima says ice cream fixes. She does not say that. You never let our kids have, I hear you're sick, have ice cream. I'm being bamboozled here is what it is. She is here if there's a PayPal. Whoa. She is here if you want to do a PayPal. She said she would do that. So there's a microphone close by where we can get her up to the microphone. But that's it. That's as far as she's going to go. No tapping in, no tapping out. Who signed in over here? Who did that? Joseph Gardner, member for 2 months, bottom of Glass Nation. Lion, if you're out there, I can see your test, but you're going to have to keep writing. You're going to have to copy and paste it, my fine feathered friend, if there's something that goes on. All right. Let's get back. There's some things that I need to pound the gavel. I need to raise the flag. I'm angry. I'm going to get on my angry face. Yeah, I'm going to be upset. There's stuff to be pissed off about. Well, there's always stuff to be pissed off about. But there's specific things to be angry about. I made myself some good notes. So, yeah, small talk live streaming at its best. We got no topic. We got no agenda. It's bar talk. Yeah, you just come into the bar. You don't have a list. When you go into a bar and you get a drink and you sit down, you don't whip out your piece of paper and say, okay, who wants to start talking at the bar? I got an agenda, man. I got a list of shit. Let's start checking this shit off. That didn't happen. It's kind of what it's going to be like here. Yeah, I got some rough ideas in my brain. A lot of things floating around in the old Deuterino's noggin, trying to figure some stuff out. But I want to start with a story. And yes, of course, it's a Vegas story because we're not done with those yet. Yes, of course, it's a Lotorc story because I've come to understand that Lotorc just fits his little fucking fat-ass nose, bearded Rick Moranis nose into everything. And so every story has a twist. Makeup by Meg says the cold of the ice cream helps the sick sore throat. Meg, don't help her. Okay? It's total bullshit. She's been fucking off all day. Everything's been taken care of for her. And then she comes down here all sniffling and crying. And well, I think maybe I could help out with the PayPal. And I look over there. She's got a blanket all wrapped up around her. She's in her jammies. Her hair's done up like Ethel Mertz. She got the glasses with the gold chain hanging around her neck like she's an old lady about ready to play bingo. And then she's eating ice cream and she's on her third one or something. But the whole thing's bullshit. I'm calling it. But I'd like to bring your attention to Lotorc, who very much, now I know that all of the people on staff and a lot of you people, you guys respect GenXMom. You do. She's got that mom tone about her. Is my voice too? Am I crackling on you guys? It looks like I'm going overboard there. Let me know. All right. So I turned it down just a smidge. Yes, a smidge is a real American terminology. It's a real measurement. If you don't know what a smidge is, go look it up. All right. A lot of you respect GenXMom as the mother figure, as a mom. And just like with any kid, we've raised 8 children. I've raised 32. And this last group of 8 children that GenXMom and I have raised together, 4 boys and 4 girls, they're all idiots. But they all do the same thing, especially my sons. They all, when they're really small, 5 to about 8 years old, they come running up to their mother. They could find a stick in the gutter on their way home, and they run home and they hey, Dad, look at this. I found the stick. And I say, get that shit out of the fucking house. They can run up to their mother with the same stick and they go, oh my gosh, look at this stick. And GenXMom, oh, that stick is so precious. It's so wonderful. Thank you for the stick. What? We received $40 from Michelle for Gen Z Kids Formal. Hope he's feeling better. He is coming around on that. He has his meds. He's doing his job. He's at a big meeting tonight. He's close. He's short on cash. This is going to help, believe me, but he's getting better. He's close on that. Thank you, Michelle, so much for doing that. I didn't feel comfortable saying your last name because sometimes you guys don't want me to. But I did want to press pause on that to tell you thank you. All right. So when you have an idiot kid and they come up with stupid shit, they come up with some Play-Doh thing. They squish their hands on the Play-Doh 3 times and bring it home. Look what I made. And GenXMoms, like this is just like all of you, do the same thing. Oh my God, this is the most nicest thing ever. We're just going to wipe everything off the fireplace mantle and we'll set this up there with your picture next to it. And we'll force all of our relatives and we'll force all of our friends to stare at it and discuss it for an hour at every get together. That's GenXMom. That's just bullshit. Well, I just need you guys to know that she still appreciates her role. Lotorc still has that role of a child. Yeah, and how do I know? Because we were at the Pinball Museum, and he won a wax little thing. They make the little come out like this, and they make a wax Pluto. So he's got this wax Pluto, and he's going to take this wax little Pluto thing. It's about this big, and he's going to run it up to GenXMom and say, "Look at the wax Pluto thing I made for you." Now, it didn't come out of the machine very well. It came out of the machine looking like this. Now, instead of winning another Pluto, and this just vaguely resembles Pluto, he decided to present this to GenXMom anyway. Now, not knowing if he was completely serious or if he was just having one of his degenerate handicap moments that he does have, we weren't sure because we weren't sure if he was on his medication or off. You don't know if he's taken too much or too little. So she says, "Oh my gosh, Lotorc, thank you for this. This was you won this for me? Thank you so much." And this motherfucking piece of shit sat on the dashboard of the car all the way fucking home. And I remember taking a picture of it and sharing it with other people in the group. And I'm not sure who it was. I think it was Tiffany. Goes, "Well, you shouldn't put that on the dashboard. If you put stuff like that on the dashboard, it could melt." Who fucking cares? That's legitimately the response I got was, "Well, no, be careful. If you put things like that on the dash, they'll melt." It might be a fucking improvement. I had to write back nicely. "Well, I don't really give a shit, Tiffany. If it melts, it melts. Who fucking cares?" So yeah, we have Lotorc and his little puppy dog. "GenXMom, look what I did for you." And do you see how important it was to her? I still have it. It's still fucking here. This goddamn piece of shit thing is still here. What was the other thing over here? We got a few. I'll be doing this for a month. I got stuff. If I don't get to your specific stuff that you sent or you gave, relax. There's a lot of shows. There's a lot of stuff. Another one was this right here. I think Sammy Joe brought these. Sammy Joe bring these? Is that where we got these from? She brought some for everybody. She was passing them out in the restaurant. We had a whole restaurant full of Gen X Talks people. Even our Colorado Russian waiter, Mike, he has a pair of these. And she made them for everybody. She bought and paid for these things and brought them. And on one side, it says Vegas 2023. And on the other side, it says Gen X Talks. Why? Because Gen X Talks was in Vegas for 2023. That's right. We all just went to Vegas and shook hands and got drunk and took pictures and then erased all the bad ones from our phones so no one can get them and they wouldn't fall into the hands of the communists. And then, we had some glasses to go along with it, which we were all appreciative. And I'll be wearing those because I dig them. So, yeah. Let me jump over here between the sheets. It's actually the tablets when it's a guy, and Lion's over here, so it's the tablets. I think it's Lion. I don't know who else is in here right now. Tori Randolph, ice cream makes things better, but with gelato, you can change the world. Well, we're not trying to change the world from a couch in Southern California tonight. No. Midnight Gaming, all right. I'm so glad I got to catch a live stream for the first time. Hey, I am equally happy you're here, my fine feathered friend. Where am I at? Kaywood Elliott, 45-year-old from Newfoundland, Canada. You are 100% correct, sir. Kaywood, I'd like you to write that down and sign it and send it to my wife. Because unlike you, she does not believe that I'm 100% correct all the time. which I am. Just ask me. I'll tell you. I am right. Kay would appreciate you dropping a line. Thanks. Stick around, man. Road Glide. Okay, why Harley Davidson do you ride? Now, I'm not sure if that's a cryptic note, if that's supposed to be some origami verbiage instead of paper. Okay, why Harley Davidson do you ride? Well, if that's like Indian, it's how Harley Davidson do I ride? If that's an old Navajo thing, why? Because I like it. If it means which one do I ride, I have a soft tail, hair to soft tail, and that would answer that question, depending on which way the question is being written. Matrix in here for $10. Turn my whole screen yellow. I've got a beef. Say your piece, Gen X. No more annoying. Wait, I've got a Matrix. All right, hold on. Matrix says, I've got a beef. Say your piece, Gen X. No more annoying than ever. Do not underestimate tough moms. Fix it. Do better and shut up. Not meant to be cruel. We're trying to shape the men of tomorrow. I'm not even sure where to go. Matrix says, hold on. Matrix writes, I've got a beef, which means he's got a problem. For all of you under the age of 45, if you don't know what that term means, go look it up. Say your piece, Gen X. That was his second statement. And I'm saying it. Assuming this is a guy, could be wrong. No more annoying than ever. No, I'm not any more or less annoying. I'm probably right on par with how fucked up and annoying I am. We'll move on. Do not underestimate tough moms. Okay. Now, is this the thing about the annoying Pluto thing and how she reacted? Is this about the ice cream she's eating from over there? Is this about Tiffany when she told me her advice was to not leave the Pluto on the dash? I'm a little lost here. I'm still trying to get there. Fix it was the next statement. Just 2 words and a period. Fix it. All right. Consider it fixed, buddy. Do better and shut up. Now hold on. First you say your piece, but don't be more annoying than ever. Then you said shut up. Now that's confusing. Do you want me to be just as annoying as ever and say my piece, or do you want me to shut up? Now, Matrix, you're sending some very mixed signals, man. I'm getting a little confused. You got to keep things simple. You're using $12 complex sentences here, and I'm a $3 guy. Just got to let you know. All right. What else? Not meant to be cruel, period. See, this is broken up. He's got 12 sentences. Not meant to be cruel. Well, I don't know whether you're trying to be cruel or not. Not even sure if you are being cruel because I can't fucking tell what you're saying. But chances are whenever someone says, no, I'm not trying to be cruel here, that's exactly what they're trying to be, or they know they're about to be. I'm not saying, I'm not, not to be an asshole here. Well, here comes the asshole. As soon as you say I'm not trying to be an asshole, I promise you the very next thing you're going to do is be an asshole. So when you say I'm not trying to be cruel, chances are you're going to be cruel. The very fucking next thing that comes out of your goddamn mouth is going to be cruel. Now, I'm not saying you are or aren't. I'm just saying that's probable. All right. Where was I here? We're trying to shape the men of tomorrow. Now, we've gone all the way from talking about a mom back to the men of tomorrow. I'm completely lost. I have no fucking idea what you're saying. You're going to have to come through a little bit clearer than that. Tomash, member for 10 months, bottom of the Glass Nation. Tomash is proud to present with pride and love. 10 is the number. Tomash is our number one guy over in Israel. He holds down the border for the bottom of the Glass Nation for you guys. You guys can all sleep peacefully at night knowing Tomash is standing a post while you sleep. That's right. That's what he's doing. It's his job. All you have to do is say thank you and move on. He doesn't need any praise. He doesn't need any glory. And he certainly doesn't need everybody sending him $19.95. So I'm just fucking with you. We're not really doing that. All right. Matrix came back. Matrix has got more to say. $10, turn my whole screen yellow. And why did I have to do this? Made a bad choice, but I will do whatever I can to make up for it. My son has suffered because of me. Now you're turning it around on yourself, Matrix. You know what? Our sons all suffer because of us. We're a bunch of fuck ups from beginning to end. It's not just you, it's me. And if your son is suffering because of what you did, I'm sure your son is gainfully employed and moving along in life because of the good things you did or will be soon. You forget you're also planting seeds, which is all we do as parents. We just plant seeds. And we hope that they grow. The whole thing is to show them. We plant seeds by showing them examples. We plant seeds by giving them stories. We plant seeds by, rubbing the dirt in their wounds and tell them to shake it off, walk it off, and get the fuck back out there. There's all sorts of things we do. I got to put you guys on hold for 1 second because GenXMom has a job to do, and she can't be on screen. So she's going to come around here. I'm going to go off. Just hold on a second. Hold on. And we're back. Look at that. Magically, the date has changed, and there's some lights on behind me. You see how we did that there? Good stuff. Adam Brenneman is a member for 5 months. He's an extra. Thank you very much, Adam. Everybody remember to thank Adam for hanging out. Matrix, Mrs. Big Rig, my statement was partly about what he said about his son. Which time? In case you didn't notice, Matrix, I often say shit about my son with great frequency and regularity. We go back a long ways if you want to dissect that one. Just the tiff. You know what they say about Harleys, right? 90% are still on the road today. The other 10% actually made it home. Oh, Tiff, that was, you know what? You're never riding on my bike, not once. Disney Mama, Sugar Mama, Sammy Joe. Hey, handsome, made it home safe. Sorry for being late. I heard you shared my glasses. I want another date. I did have a date. I told you guys about my date with Sammy. Yeah, I had 2 hours. And when I got all it done, Trippy goes, all Trippy said, you brought her home late. He didn't ask how the date went. He didn't ask what we had to eat. He didn't ask how the sex was. All he said was, you brought her home late. It's just Trippy. Mrs. Big Rig, $1.99, swinging a big blue wrench. Now, Mrs. Big Rig is almost on her own tonight. If you notice Mrs. Big Rig, she has the big blue wrench. She's new to staff. She's new to moderating, and she's carrying the load. Trippy and Lion are backing off a little bit, letting her swing the wrench, so we'll see how she does. That doesn't mean I want you guys to fuck with her tonight. Don't do that, because she's got two Big Brothers bookends that'll come down and clobber you any fucking moment. All right. Now let's get back to me. That's my favorite subject. Just ask me, I'll tell you. All right. We did the Pluto toy thing, but okay, now this is the part I was going to get a little bit angry about, and I might even switch from a little bit angry to totally fucking pissed. I know, we all know the media lies, okay? We know that. But something, maybe they've been doing this all along, and maybe I just caught on to it recently, but maybe I caught on to it just because it directly affected how I was speaking, what I was talking about, and it just unfucking corked me. And so I don't know, maybe this isn't a new trend. I'll even concede that it's probably not a new trend. But I hate how the media backtracks on themselves. Now hold on. We all know that they do that kind of shit, but this in recent days or recent weeks, and you talk about, you just throw out there the Hunter Biden laptop when they no, don't worry, there's nothing there, and it's not his, and then it is. Well, it's it is, but it isn't, and they come out with they flood a whole other story to confuse and cover up. We got that. What was the other one with the Pfizer shot? Somebody came out with some study that says the Pfizer shot causes blood clots, and it's a dangerous thing. Oh no! The next day, no. That's not that. 45 news organizations. That is not exactly what it said. You're misinterpreting. What they said is that if you're 105 years old and you're prone to blood clots, that the Pfizer might harm you in the long run. I mean, they twist the thing, and they just bury the story in other stories. Okay? And they do that a ton. Now, this is where it made me mad. All right? I told you guys over a year ago when a year and a half ago now, I guess it was, I told you guys when COVID was out, I said one of the things that was odd, and this isn't about shots or vaccines, I'm not talking about that, but I told you at the time that in the hospitals, you know, do you guys remember when the hospitals kind of shut down? You remember that when people they were no longer going in for their elective surgeries because they're putting it off. I'm gonna not do that till I'm done with this. It's gonna be a minute. They would not do the elective surgeries. A lot of people, including people I know, said, I'm just going to put this off. I'm not going to the hospital right now. I'll wait. So, you know, one of the big money-making, profitable things for the hospitals were these surgeries, you know, these outpatient procedures that weren't getting done because people weren't showing up. You didn't want to go to the hospital. That's where sick people were. That's where COVID was. And I was talking to someone who has been high up at this one particular hospital in Southern California for 30 some years. And this person was telling me, yeah, it's a real kick in the nuts. You know, we're taking a financial hit here. This is causing problems. The board of directors is meeting. This is an issue. And then the government came along and said, all right, we know COVID's fucking everything up. So what we're going to do is, and they had programs for hospitals. All right, if you're losing because of COVID and there's COVID-related deaths and you're filling up the hospital, we're going to go ahead and supplement you based on, you know, how much business you're losing and how many things you can't do on how much COVID there is. Now, the thing that I told you was happening was that they were labeling COVID on every death. On almost every single death. It didn't matter what it was in for. If they write COVID on the death certificate, if they write COVID in the report, they get a supplement, they get money, they get stuff, and it's a COVID-related death. And I was very clear. I was like, are you, talking to this person? And I said, they're doing this, and this person's saying, yeah, you can come in with a motorcycle accident. And if they test and you have COVID and you die from your motorcycle accident, guess what goes on your certificate? COVID. Now, I started talking about that, and the hate mail that I got was incredible. You're full of shit. You're lying. They're not doing that. They're not doing that. Nobody would do that. You're full of shit. And then I said, no, well, I know somebody. And they're high up in the hospital. This is one. Well, it's just that one hospital then. I said, well, this director was having meetings with other directors of other hospitals because they're a conglomerate. And, these 17 hospitals in this one area, they're doing, okay, well, that's just that area, that 17, it's not. Then it came to pass that at same conversation on the East Coast, in a hospital, same conversation, same exact thing. And I got lit up again. I even got one of the things banned from speaking about it. You can't spread that disinformation. You can't talk about those lies. You don't know what the fuck you're talking. No, I don't. I'm just repeating from people that do know. That's all I did. And it turned out it was a very good source, but it was a pretty reliable pool of information from many places. It just happened to be these two people were in a position where they could observe quite a bit. So I let it go. Stopped talking about it. I had my say. I didn't stop until I was done. I don't repeat the same things every week, except, maybe how handsome I am, but I think everybody needs to know that. And so just last week, the story comes out can you believe what's been happening for the past 2 years? It's not that they died from COVID, they died with COVID. And there's a distinction there, but that's not how they were filling it out. They weren't filling it. They should have been filling it out. Person died with COVID, but it wasn't because of COVID. And this is now a big thing. And we're going back and we're tracking all these flus and all these deaths and all these things. This is amazing what we're finding out. And then within a day, 45 news agencies. No. You're misreading the information, and all that was a false report. And here we go, covering it up by spinning the whole thing. All right, well, we all know they're doing that. But what the fuck did I tell you? When I'm wrong on shit, I fucking tell you I'm wrong. I go, you know what? I got this one wrong. I was predicting this, and it came out that way. I'll just tell you. You know why? Because I'm not perfect. Believe me, I fuck shit up all the time. But when I got a pretty good idea on something, I say, well, this is kind of the way I'm thinking. This is the way I'm feeling. And you guys got that too. There's some stuff we just know, and there's some stuff we're figuring out as we go. And there's some stuff that sounds logical. And the more the more everybody presses down and goes, no, 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 that's not right at all. You're full of shit. It's probably the stuff that I need to look at a little closer. So I'm telling you that from what I was saying and the fucking heat I took, when I started running my mouth about this, I'm like 18, 19 months ago, and the what comes out 2 days ago, fuck you guys. Not you guys, you're my friends. But the ones behind you that are with the signs and the shit chanting on the side, fuck you guys. That's how I feel, because it turns out I was right. Or not really I was right. They were right. Turns out they were right, and I was just passing the information along. So let's try this again. To all of you out there that were crushing my soul and my spirit and trying to make me cry in a corner, and I turned out to be passing along correct information, and you turned out to be the fucking liars, I got something for you. Fuck you. Not you. Not you over there. Fuck you. You're welcome, America and Denmark. All right, moving on. I need a drink. I'm sorry. This is the sound of glass pouring into the drink. And you know why? Even though I'm not feeling well, I fucking deserve this one. Oh, it's getting better every time. All right. All right, that was one rant that needed to be said. By the way, just so you guys know, I got that from Wild Bill. Isn't it when growing up as a kid, he'd get really pissed and he goes, yeah, well, I'll tell you what, fuck you. Not you. Not you. Fuck you. And he'd get in your he wanted to be very clear on who was getting the fucking. So I stole that from him. I plagiarized it from him. And I just want you to know that 99% of everything I'm doing on this show, I've stolen from somebody else. From a movie, from a song, from a TV show, someone smarter than me, someone dumber than me. Very little comes from me. I haven't had an original thought since 1973. Okay, GenXMom. You're not going on camera. You're not talking. Received some money from, how do I say that name? So it's $15 from Fathi Farah. I'm fucking that up. Next shot on me. Well, since you didn't give it till now, I guess the next shot's on him or her or them. I'll just take, I'm being good. Half. Can I have half? Poured half. Is that fair? You know, I can't have soda at all, but I've learned I can have a little bit of hooch and I'm good. Where am I? Eric Leroy, thank you. The date thing was killing me. Oh, yeah. You know, Eric Leroy, GenXMom, he was the one who used to bitch about that date because we never had it right. Remember, like the first year that we did this, we're always off on the date. And Eric was the one who come in here and go, change the goddamn date. And he did. Eric bitched about that for over a year until finally, every time we go on now, GenXMom runs behind me, does the lights, changes the date. And she's like, okay, tell that guy to fuck off every time. Well, I didn't have to. We got it right, Eric. Thank you for the ESP. We got that done. Carl Gerard, $9.99. Nice and easy post. Just saying hello. Nice to be with you. And the bottom of the Glass Nation. Carl, welcome aboard. Appreciate you. Todd Liston, welcome. I'm an extra. Everybody's better say hello to Todd. He just signed up. He can't have his money back. It's too late. And he might not stay next month. This may be a short trip. It might be. We don't know. Janet Duding, you are also handsome. Well, there you go, Janet. Thank you very much for that. I wasn't feeling very handsome tonight. In fact, I came on tonight, Janet, feeling a little bit self-conscious. I wasn't sure how I felt. I looked at myself in the mirror, and I didn't see the same thing I always see, Janet. So I figured I'd give it a shot and drag the brush across my face and see where I ended up. I just thought I'd take a minute to respond to what you're saying. You did call me handsome, and I do appreciate that. It's a vote of confidence. Men need that. Thank you. Okay, where was I? Yeah, when I was done yelling, I was almost done yelling. $20 next shot on me. That one came through in orange, so we got two of those. One on PayPal and one in here. All right, I want to do something weird. Now, weirder than normal. Now, I know most of you are drinking. I'm drinking. I know most of you are drinking. And I know some of you are older, like the Sun Valley Fox. Now, the Sun Valley Fox is watching right now. he's not going to have a fucking clue what we're doing because this is multiple instructions. Yeah, he won't get this at all. He'd be like, what are you doing? What am I saying? In fact, Sun Valley Fox, you're going to have your wife on her phone because he's on his TV. And all he's doing, he's got his drink in his hand, and he's doing this, and he's on his TV, and he's trying to understand the words. He's probably got the closed captions on, and that's helping some, but he's just staring at the TV. All right, this isn't going to work for anybody on a TV. This is a special deal. It's one time only. I'm only doing it one goddamn time, and that's it. So listen. So you're going to have to, Sun Valley Fox, you have to get his wife on the phone watching the live stream because there's going to be a link in the comments. You're going to have to click the link, and then you come back. You click the link and come back. If you don't click the link, you don't leave. You're just going to stare at a blank screen for 2 minutes and 27 seconds. I'm going to share something with you through a link. You can click it and leave. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just going to put up this screen right here, okay? This is the screen you're going to see while you're gone watching your link, okay? Then you can come back. So if you click the link, make sure it opens up in a new tab, or this will be a big clusterfuck, which it probably will be. Okay, here we go. So what I'm going to do for you, let me go down to my notes. I do have notes. I'm going to copy and paste one of my notes. And what this is a link to Patreon, which normally costs you guys $1. I'm going to give you this link, and it's going to be available for about 3 minutes. The link will not work later. It's only going to work right now. Oh, do you understand me? So you can click the link. 2 minutes and 20 seconds for the video. It's a Vegas video. It's been up on Patreon today. If I post it on YouTube, the song, which most of you old people will recognize, especially the Sun Valley Fox, he'll know exactly what this is. And some of you older people will too. But there's copyright infringements, which they'll take the whole live stream and go, you can't receive donations, you can't run an ad, you can't monetize. You know, kid gets like $3 with ads every live stream, but they add up. So the only way I can do it is give you the link, let you go watch it, and come back. So we're all going to go watch it together. I'm going to go watch it. That's how I'm going to know when you're done. Then I'm going to turn it back onto Patreon. You can't go see it unless you pay the $1. You with me? All right. So here we go. I will paste the link. We're all going to go watch the video, and then we're going to come back. Are you following me now? This isn't super complicated, but I guarantee there's going to be 19 people that go, he just fucking left. I don't know where he went. He was here. He said something about a video, but I can't see the video. I don't even know what the fuck's going on. Oh, fuck it, I'm drinking. Good. Just sit there and drink. We'll be back. All right, here we go. Let's try this. Bump, bump, bump. There you go. That was it. You're done. That was your one shot. It is now Patreon only. There you go. Yeah, the Benny Hill show. I don't know who said that. I just scrolled by there, but yeah. I didn't. Another one. Phoenix said the same thing. I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure how many of you were going to get that or not. I know some of the older people were, but I was raised by the greatest generation, and my grandfather hated that. He wasn't allowed to watch it. So, of course, I wanted to watch it. You know, that wasn't his humor, but it sure was funny. So, yeah, I threw some stuff together there today. I'm not as good at editing as the kid, but that was stuff that's on that was on Patreon. It does cost $1 to get there. If I throw it up on YouTube and I throw it up on Facebook, then there's all sorts of this bullshit, copyright stuff so far, but I didn't have to do a link. You notice that went right to Patreon. Patreon now has a feature where if it's a small video, you can just upload it right to them and then just watch it. So nobody's yelling at me right now about that. So I snuck one in for you. But if you want to go back and see it, you got to pay the $1. It's $1 a month. It's $12 a year. I'm sure that won't kill some of you, so I'm just letting you know that that's not just trying to fuck around. It's not a $25 video. It's just 99 cents. But anyway, so that was the deal. And it showed, and there's more stuff. I haven't even scratched the surface of the stories from Vegas or the pictures or the videos. There's just so much footage. Another round. No, that awesome video also got by Fred. All right. Half. Just half. That's it. Half. Half. Thank you. Far up. Half, yeah. The Two Bears empty chair. There was 2 chairs in the back. One was for Two Bear, who didn't make it that night. He was there after. And Ashley, who she didn't make it at all because she doesn't love us. Ashley wasn't sure if she wanted to be around us. And now she wishes she went because we're just as weird as she is. Mr. Fatty, member for 10 months, bottom of the Glass Nation. Glad to see you all having fun. It was good. It was a lot of fun. Josh Maddox writing no. I'm not even sure who he's yelling at, but it was good. All right, so where are we at here? I got Mr. Fatty's. Where was I complaining? I was in the middle of goddamn complaining. I had stuff to say. I'm an important man around here. Not really. Not even a little bit. All right. So, yeah, that was going to piss me off. It really, really was. All right. There's a couple things I can go to in here. There's some shit I don't understand. Let's go over to that. Let's go to the pictures. Talk about shit I don't understand. Okay. We rented a car and took it to Vegas. And it was a newer, like a Chevy Suburban or GMC Yukon. And on the dash, the entire way you drive, I know it's a little crooked, but this is the tachometer. So just pay attention. There is an exact picture of the car I'm driving the whole fucking time. It never turns off. It never goes away. As I'm driving, the tachometer, I'm saying it like in the tachometer is going, and the fucking picture is always there, and that's the exact car, the exact wheels, and the exact color of what I'm driving. Now, why is this? I know there's millennials that are now in charge of General Motors. I know there's millennials that are now in charge of programming and design and all this shit. I get it. All right. You guys have worked your way into the car business. Why the fuck did you put a picture of the car? Is that so I can be confident I got in the right car if I'm driving down the road and I look at that picture and go, oh shit, that picture's a silver one. I was driving a red one. I'm in the wrong fucking car. Oh shit, is that what it's for? Is it to point out that I'm in the right car or the wrong car? Does it let me know? Or is it just so I know how cool I look going down the road? Perhaps that's it. Perhaps as I'm tooling down the highway and I look at that picture and go, yeah, I look that good going down the road in a silver Suburban. I'm totally styling. Is that what it is? Just a reminder? Is that a reminder of how good I look? The fuck is the point of putting a picture on the dashboard of the car you're in? No owner's manual could answer that question. The guy at the rental car agency couldn't answer that question. I could call Lee Iacocca right now and he'd go, I don't know, I'm fucking out of that business. I didn't do that shit. Not that any of you know who Lee Iacocca is anymore, but still, what the fuck is the point of that? You, if there's somebody who knows, fucking tell me, because this is a mystery to me. It's a goddamn mystery. And here's the lovely GenXMom. $5 from Michelle. I know who that is. I'm not saying her last name. I have a Zoom meeting. Sorry, guys. I was clicking the like button when you said 0 likes. So hit the like button if you have not. Now, you've been told. Michelle said hit the like. She paid $5 to remind you, jabronis, to hit the fucking like button. Because I'm horrible at the please like and subscribe and follow and join and whatever. I'm horrible at that. So I'm leaving that up to you guys. But what she said was right. Go fucking do it. Where am I at here? Josh Maddox, I'm yelling at you, General, for drinking. Oh, yeah. But see, right below it, it says hydrate. It says hydrate. Now, Trippy didn't say, I know Trippy's in the Lions and somebody's in there telling me to hydrate. I know it's water. You want me to hydrate with water. I know. There. We're good with that? Okay. Janet Duding, glad everyone is home safe from Vegas. Janet, I do believe she dropped in half a C note. My whole screen over here between the sheets is pink with a black outline, which is fucking... Whoever's doing the sheets tonight is brilliant because it's copy and paste. Everything is clear. It's the right size. Everything is perfect. Just want you to know. This is my way of saying thank you and getting a dig at GenXMom, who's sitting right over there staring at me very angry, and I'm not going to look. I'm not falling for it. Janet dropped in half a C note. Glad everyone's home safe from Vegas. I believe everyone is. I think everyone checked in. Even some of the people just wrote emails and said, nice to see you. Glad we ran into you, stuff like that. So I think everybody got home safe, which is good because there was a lot of weather that was circling about. There was the rains and the clouds and the winds, issues after issues, but I think everybody made it home. Thank you, Janet, for reminding me to be grateful for everybody who came and went and did it safely. Thank you. You're welcome, America and Denmark from Trippy. He's telling everybody in America, you guys are all welcome because he made me drink water. He's prolonging your agony and asking for thanks. Oh, you know, Trippy, as soon as I dehydrate and I die of a heart attack, we'll get really high ratings, one last show, and then everybody can get back to their normal operating procedures. Which is what everyone's doing. Everyone's stuck on this. It's kind of like scrolling through the TV and running across Gilligan's Island, and you got to keep watching because you might not have seen part of that episode. Or maybe that's just me. All right, so the rental car picture, nobody had an answer for that. What else was there? Okay. I know Tiffany, we talked about this. I don't know if any other girls did. But this is a marital situation. I don't mind sharing it with you. Much like the Boy Scouts have merit badges, apparently I get issued badges as my accomplishments grow in our marriage. Now, I'm not going to go into all the sordid details of all the badges that I've earned, but if there was such thing as an Eagle Scout for a husband, I'd be that motherfucker right now. However, I was told a couple years ago that I lost my cuddle badge. And I said, my cuddle badge? She goes, you used to be great at cuddling. I said, I'm awesome at cuddling. What the fuck, man? And she said, no, you lost the badge because you don't do it. And I said, that's not how badges work. You know, you don't lose your race trophy because you didn't win enough races. You won that race. You got that trophy. Have you ever seen a Boy Scout that had badges ripped off of his uniform? No. They sew those things on with 100-pound line tests, you know, for fishing. You can't lose a badge. You can't lose a merit badge. Anyway, she always insists that I lost my cuddle badge. So in Las Vegas, I gave my very best effort to earn my cuddle badge back. I got the room at the right temperature. I went and I warmed up my hands in hot water in the sink and then dried them. I got in the right position and was rubbing her back. I was pulling her in, hugging on her, telling her how pretty she was, how much I loved her, and how great it's been being married to her for 200,000 years. And that I couldn't wait to be married another 200,000 years. And this was just such a blessing to be married to her. And I was doing it all very gracefully with the soft, somber tone of my wonderful, beautiful, deep voice. And we got done, and I said, I'm telling you guys, this wasn't 3 or 4 minutes. I fucking laid it on thick for a good hour, okay? She finally gets up, and she's doing the things. And I said, what do you think? Get my cuddle badge back? She says, we'll see tomorrow. I'm like, that was half? True story, because I went downstairs. We had a thing going on the event, and I was drinking. I was sitting with Tiffany Mims, and I was like, you believe I got half my cuddle badge back? And I was telling her, I go, half. I'm not even done yet. So the next morning, I'm getting ready to earn the second part. And she gets up and leaves. She gets up and prances off and gets in the shower, gets on with her day. I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Do I get it now? She goes, well, you didn't cuddle. I said, you denied me the opportunity. And I'm here. I'm doing my part. She goes, you're cuddling a pillow. I go, there's nothing left. You got up. Needless to say, because the next night I wasn't feeling well and she didn't feel well and she was on the couch with the kid because I never got my badge back. I think it's bullshit. I should have got. Number one, you can't lose a cuddle badge. When you get one, you've earned it. You're the guy. That's one. And number two, you can't. How do you halfway earn one back? I mean, that was some genuine effort. You can't lose one in the first place. And you goddamn sure you get it back. I earned it, but she says no. I say yes. It's one of those little things we can argue about forever. But fuck it. What do I know? I'm just a dumb mechanic in the middle of the desert. Stephanie Jimenez, hi from Cal City, California. Cheers, my husband, William. I love your channel, Stephanie. Appreciate you showing up. And hey, we love you guys too. You and your husband, William. Don't forget that. Doug Vanderhoop, $2 for the whiskey fund. And you guys are all just trying to figure out who the $2 whore is tonight. And I'm not enlarging the glass. I'm not telling you. It should be obvious by now, but I'm not telling you. So there you go. All right. Boom, 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 boom. Back to what I was saying, because I had some stuff. We talked about this. We talked about that. Everything else in the picture thing here, yeah. Okay, this is going to upset everybody. I won't spend a lot of time on it. This came down the pipe today. The dude in charge of the Los Angeles Police Department has banned the use, the showing, the viewing, and the terminology of the thin blue line on flags inside of every police station or on the property. When asked why, and it was verified, it was one complaint sent directly to him where somebody goes, man, that thin blue line flag, it's triggering and it means violence. It represents violence to me. It just feels like violence and I don't like it, and I'd appreciate if you just get rid of it. And the dude did. Issued his own executive order that in Los Angeles, every police station cannot participate in others supporting his people, his police force, his guys. You can't do it. If you're standing there going, hey, I got this flag. It's for you guys. We love you guys. Sorry, get that fucking thing out of here. Why? Because it triggered one person. And isn't that just representative of where a chunk of things are still it's swinging the other way, but there's a chunk of the country that is trying to accommodate every single person in every aspect. Now, this is just me. Now, I may be speaking out of turn here, but people of the good ship, hear me speak. If I'd have been the chief of police, I'd have wrote the dude back or called him and said, hey, I appreciate your concern about that. Sorry that blue line flag triggers you, but it really means support, and we're not going to turn away millions of people across the country that support police because you got a bad feeling about it. And the guy would have said, well, it's about violence. And to me, it's a triggering thing. If I was the chief of police, I'd have continued that conversation and said, well, buddy, you're just going to have to grow the fuck up and get over it. Okay? You're going to have to join the rest of us. You're going to have to find a way to fit in with the millions of people that are behind this movement. We're not going to cut off millions of people just for you. I'm sorry you're triggered. Maybe try to get some therapy. Maybe try to figure it out. Maybe try to work through your issues. Now that's just me. Maybe I'm from an older generation. Maybe I'm from a school of thought that no longer exists. Toughen Up Buttercup comes to mind. Couldn't say that. I mean, I'm not trying to go overly outboard and be mean, but I don't give a shit if I'm being mean in the process. There's no fucking way I'm going to turn away people that support police officers because one guy's got an issue with it. Let's go get that guy some help. Let's go get that guy some therapy. Let's get him some medication. Let's help fix the guy. Why can't we do that? What kind of a person issues an executive order and says, all right, tear them all down and don't talk about it anymore. We don't want to hear about it. We don't want to know about it. All right? Thin blue line is gone. But boss, the thin blue line that was how people showed their support for it. I don't care. We got to worry about this one guy over here who's having conniption fits every time he sees it. Or do we? There's been many a time in my life I've been told to grow the fuck up. And rightly so in many of those occasions. Now, I'm not running the police department down in L.A. I don't even know that dude's name. I have no idea. Last chief of police that I ever met personally, I think it was Daryl Gates. But if this guy ever wants to know how things were done in the old days and can't find anyone in his department to help him out, drive up here and give me a call. I'll be happy to sit down. We'll have a drink, talk about common sense, handshakes, figure some shit out. That's just me, though. That's just me. You guys probably, maybe some of you agree and some of you don't. What the fuck do I know? All right, back over here on the stone tablets, Brian Simon. Trippy is the $2 whore. Holy shit, how did he get that? It's Brian Simon. Good job. Trippy is the $2 whore. You know what? We should have a prize for people who guess the $2 whore. Russell Sperry, I wear the thin blue line flag almost every day, and doesn't I support the bad? And it doesn't mean I support the bad cops. Your message, Russ, a little broken up. I'm filling in the gaps here. It's like playing one of those games where you have to choose an adjective, choose a noun. I think what Russell's saying is I wear the thin blue line flag almost every day, and that doesn't mean I support the bad cops. No, it doesn't. We support all the cops doing the right thing. The bad ones, we weed them out and get rid of them. Stomp them into the ground if they're fuckers. That's all. But we do the right thing. I'm with you, Russell, 100%. Loud one. If they want to defend the police, their numbers should be blocked from all 911 services. Yeah, wouldn't that have been funny? Guy calls up and says, I don't support the thin blue line. That's fine. We are blocking your number. You are no longer going to call 911. If you have an emergency, call your congressman. Mr. Fatty, welcome to Bottom of the Glass Nation. Not welcome. It's welcome back, Mr. Fatty. Loud one. If they want to defund the police, block their numbers. I read that one twice for some reason. I don't know what's going on there. You fuckers are seeing double. Who's drinking now? I think you guys are. What was another one up there? Don't loud one. I said that. Okay, look. So that was the gig. I got so much more stuff, but I want to tell you, listen, we really did race through this stuff. I want to let you know one more thing before I go. The Reno trip is coming up March 31st, April 1st, and April 2nd. It's a quick weekend. We are going to be there a little bit longer, okay? But there's 3 days there with a dinner for anybody. There's a certain for dinner for like a staff dinner and stuff that's going on Friday night. But Saturday's a couple things going on, including the big meet and greet. Everybody can show up. We're really going to push hard for all the people that were in Oregon and Washington and Idaho and all that up there who couldn't come around. All three of you get to come to this event. We had 5 in Las Vegas. We're getting 3 in Reno, and that rounds out our year nicely. That's it. That's all 8 of our supporters, and we're very thankful for all 8 of you. All right, I got to go. I'm going to take care of GenXMom. I got to see what she wants for dinner, and I got to check on the kid. He's still not home yet, and he's got his formal thing coming up in a couple days. He hasn't got his shit together, and I got to find out. I know he's at a meeting tonight, FFA meeting. I got to go put the chickens away. I got to make sure the dogs have been fed. There's stuff going on. But hey, this was a pretty fast hour. Remember, don't be upset. All right. We got a world show tomorrow at 10 o'clock in the morning. And we got the Facebook happy hour with the general at 6. And the big one is on Saturday, Bottom of the Glass Nation. And Mom is going to be there. She's going to be on camera, come hell or high water. We're going to prop her up on medicines. Even if we have to go find some cocaine, she will be there ready to go. So that's it. That's all I had to say. I said my piece. Well, I had more to say, but I just ran out of time. Thank you guys for showing up. Thank you guys for your support. We appreciate every one of you. I'm sorry I had to cut this one off at an hour. Did my hour, but I had to cut it off. There's some life responsibilities that I've got to get to. Thank you guys for showing up wherever you are listening from, AM, FM, or anywhere around the world on the Armed Service Radio Network. Remember, if you had an hour to waste, what better place to waste it than with Gen X Talks? We'll catch you guys on the flip side.